Hey guys, Dr. Tim here with Dr. Steve here with Dr. Tim. I forgot which one I was there for a second. We are the Ouch Doctors. It's been that long. Yeah, so we're here back again after a brief hiatus and really excited about kind of getting back together and catching up with one another. Dr. Tim, you've been traveling.
I have been on the road visiting family, little kids to old folks, all extremes in between. It has been awesome.
And all the way down from Rhode Island to Virginia. So you had quite a trip to get there, huh?
Yeah, both ends of Virginia, the mountain, the hillbilly section, and the Jersey and the shores too. So it was awesome.
You didn't get to Luray Caverns, did you? You know Luray?
No, but I passed it on 81 on the way
Yeah.
down.
That's
Yeah.
a cool place. You got to check that out sometime. That's pretty
Right.
awesome.
You know, it was cool though, since you brought it up. We stopped at Appomattox Courthouse.
Oh, wow.
And I thought it was so poignant because that's where Robert E. Lee and U.S. Grant shook hands, effectively ending the Civil War. So I thought that was pretty interesting. It was pretty cool. We took a little tour around, just a half an hour or so, but it was fascinating. Always wanted to go there.
Yeah, that's really neat. I love doing things like that. I got to Gettysburg last year with my cousin, and good stuff, man.
So powerful. Gettysburg is so powerful.
Yeah, so nice. So listen, guys, for the next couple of weeks, we're just going to be kind of feeding you some information and kind of getting you excited about something that we've got coming up. And we're not going to tell you a lot about it today. We're just going to say that if you've got anyone in your life or in your world who is experiencing chronic pain, how would you like it if we provided you with a tool, with a product that we've developed that will help people to overcome pain quickly and in a very effective and safe way? That's what we're up to.
And may I add, extremely cost effective too. Just really great content, really good results with it. And both of us are just so excited about it, really.
So let's not tell them what it's called or anything like that just yet, but we're going to tease you along on that. I thought we'd have just a brief conversation today about what happens when somebody has finally handled their chronic pain. I think one of the problems that a lot of people have is if I'm not in pain anymore, what do I do then, or who am I now? I think there's this almost kind of psychological stuckness that we sometimes experience when we're so identified with our pain that we don't even have a way of looking at what our life might be if we didn't have it anymore. And we lose our ability to dream. I think Mark Victor Hansen used to say, you broke your dream machine, right? So what about that, Dr. Tim? You want to say anything about that?
Well, yeah, exactly. I do want to say something about that because some clients have asked us, even if I get out of pain, am I always going to have to just do the right things? Otherwise, do I have to walk on pins and needles? Am I just going to collapse into a ball of jelly and everything is going to come flooding back? And the answer is, you got to pay attention. You're going to keep brushing your teeth, for example. It's not like you stop brushing your teeth. So yeah, there's some things that you need to do repetitively for the rest of your life, but they're hardly burdensome, Dr. Steve.
Yeah, and not only that, but none of them are like super different from what anybody else who's healthy is doing. In other words, if you want to be healthy, you do what healthy people do.
My point exactly. And this is just stuff that's going to lengthen your life, increase the quality of your life. So why would you not want to do that anyway? So it's not burdensome. It's easy breezy.
And again, not only the things that you're doing to maintain that sense of well-being, but the shift of your vision and your sense of purpose and your goals from, I wish I could just get out of pain, to, I wish I could get that great job I want, or I wish I could build that new invention or start that new business and become an entrepreneur, or maybe make a difference in the world. So I always like to invite people right at that cusp, right at the point when they're starting to feel that they're tipping over into being somewhat healthy and somewhat free of pain. Let's move the goal line. Let's move out further. Let's talk about, what does your life look like on the other side of pain?
Well, and you brought up Mark Victor Hansen, who's one of my favorite speakers. I heard him early in my career, and it just blew me away, and bought all his books and read all his books and was lucky enough to meet him several times.
Yes.
And we got to fix that dream machine, Steve, you were talking about. We got to connect we got to make the screws all tight and everything and get that dream machine going. So once you get out of pain, that's just the beginning of an exciting new future.
Yeah, I'm so excited about that, because for years, my primary focus has been on helping people to achieve success and live extraordinary lives. And now we're, in some ways coming back to a much more basic foundational thing, which is being out of pain. If you can't deal with that, right, it's like the hierarchy of needs. First, I've got to be able to meet my basic needs. Then I've got to be out of pain. Then I've got to be out of anxiety. Then I could start looking at what some of the other challenges are. And so I'm coming from having been out here for a while, but I'm chomping at the bit. I don't know if that's the right expression. I'm chomping at the bit to take people who have been stuck at that very foundational level, of need, to a place where they can start exploring more possibilities, more choices, more freedom.
Right. Exactly. And one thing, when I was driving around, we put on 1,500 miles of driving this week, Heidi and I, and I was thinking a lot about it. There was a book that was put out maybe several years ago, 5, 6, 7 years ago. It was a big hit for tennis players, called The Inner Game of Tennis.
Right.
And then they came out with The Inner Game of Golf and everything like that. But the way I think of what Dr. Steve and I are helping you with, it's like the inner game of pain. And the inner game of pain, to beat pain and to knock it back and to use the mind-body methods that we're talking about, that's kind of like Steve's talking about the Maslow's hierarchy of need. That takes care of the immediate need. People are very concerned with feeling better. But then the exciting thing is that opens up a lot more levels of really being a human and being a successful human and being a happy human who not only is good, is everything's working in your own life, but you can help others and you can expand the world and the universe that way. So very exciting for us.
You know what it reminds me of? When I studied meditation at the Vipassana meditation retreats, Goenka was the founder of that organization. And the way that he came upon meditation and mindfulness practice was that he was a very successful businessman in Burma, and he developed terrible headaches, and he could not get the headaches to go away. And he traveled far and wide and saw specialists in Switzerland and other areas of Europe and here in America, and just couldn't beat the headaches. And somebody suggested that he go to a meditation retreat. So he goes to the meditation retreat and he meets the leader, I don't know if they call him a guru, but the head meditation teacher, who said, "Why are you here?" And he says, "I've got headaches. I want to get rid of my headaches." And the guy says, "Well, leave, get out of here." And he says, "What do you mean get out of here?" He says, "I'm not interested in just making your headaches go away. I'm interested in you living a better life. I want your goals to be bigger than just getting rid of your pain, because this tool that I'm going to present to you has the capacity to change your life and the lives of everybody around you. So I want you to come at it with the respect that it deserves and recognize that what we're giving you here is gold. And if you're just going to use it like an aspirin, that's a very, minimizing way of using these tools." And that's what I feel about what we're doing. It's like, we're really happy to help you get out of pain. And to me, that's almost like the easy, that's the easy part, right? We'll get you out of pain, right? We'll get you out of pain. But what are we going to do with it? What are we going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? What's your, I want to put this in the hands of the good and not the evil.
Right. Exactly.
So very cool stuff. By the way, Dr. Tim, I want to tell you a quick story. I hypnotized a 10-year-old boy yesterday.
How did that go?
So well. It was so interesting. 10-year-old English, a boy of Indian descent. I know his parents. And they have moved to England, and this kid was born in England, and has been raised there. So he's a little, of Indian descent kid with this thick British accent. It's hysterical. I said to him, because when you're doing hypnosis with kids, you want to get into the imagery side of things. So I said, "So do you like Harry Potter? Have you?" He says, "No, I haven't read that." She says, "I've read all the other books. All the other books. Every other book there is to read.
Everyone in the world."
Except for Harry Potter. And so we did some really neat work together. And I thought of it when we brought up Mark Victor Hansen, and you were talking about Mark as well. And Mark Victor Hansen used to say, "Whatever you want wants you." Right? I thought that was, whatever you want wants you. Now, maybe it's not that immediate next step, right? So this little kid wants to get into this good school. Well, why do you want to get into the good school? Because I want to get a good education. Why do you want to get a good education? Because I want to go on to a good college. Well, why do you want to do that? Because I want to be an engineer and a doctor, and I want to make a difference in the world. That's what you want.
Right.
right?
Right.
All the other things are steps to get there. And whatever you want wants you. Meaning, if you have a clear bead on what it is that you ultimately want, your values, the way you're meant to express yourself in the world, you'll keep moving towards it, even if you hit obstacles along the way.
Right. And the stuff that we're teaching and the stuff that the content that Dr. Steve and I share are going to take you through those different steps too, beyond getting out of pain. That's what's
Right.
so fantastic about it.
Right on, absolutely. So this is cool. I think, we were planning on just having a quick conversation today and checking back in. So I think, why don't we just do one more pitch for our upcoming amazing program?
Right.
And then let
That's
everybody.
what we're calling it. That's the tentative.
The amazing program.
The fantastic, amazing program.
Not only are we keeping the name of the program from you, we've also, like, I've put up new banners on YouTube and Facebook, and I've blacked out the name of the product right there. So it's really mysterious. We're going to gradually peel it away, and you'll eventually get to find out what it is. Some of you know, because some of you are in our inner circle and know a little bit about what we've been cooking up here, but we're going to keep it from the general public for just a few, maybe a couple more days, and then we're going to launch this thing on you. And as Dr. Tim said, not only is it effective, but it's incredibly cost effective as well. So
right.
We're super, super excited about that. The only question we want you to ask yourselves right now is, do I have pain and do I want to be out of it? Or do I know somebody who's in pain and do they want to be out of it? That's it.
Emphasis on the second one you said, though, too. Anybody else that you know that is struggling with this, let's get beyond this and let's move on to where we're supposed to be. Let's spiral up towards the heavens, and we can't do that unless we get rid of the basic foundation, the basic block that's in our way. And for many people, that's chronic pain.
And you know what? You said spiraling up toward the heavens, and you of all the people I've ever met have been closer to the heavens than anybody else, having climbed Mount Everest.
29,035 feet, my friend.
That's pretty far up there. And so you've done that, which is mind-boggling, and written an amazing book, Lessons from Everest. And the subtitle of that book, which is The 7 Steps to the Top of Your World, I think is genius. It's just a great title.
Oh, so thanks so much.
Check that out in the meantime, too. Yeah. Really good book. So what else could we tell people about? Oh, go to our website, theouchdoctors.com. And that's a brand new site as well. And check us out over there. And we've got our books, at the very bottom of the homepage. That'll link you out to Amazon if you'd like to go ahead and take a look at those as well.
Right. And just the secret that Dr. Steve and I believe is that it's the inner game of pain is what you have to master to get out of that. And that's what we're going to be offering in our new product coming up. And we're so excited about it.
Absolutely. Which is why we always say, train your brain,
lose your pain.
Good seeing you guys. Take care.